Nice to meet you again in our programs broadcast daily on VNews.
President Trương Tấn Sang concluded his official visit to Russia on July 30th. The government convenes its monthly meeting, focusing on measures to remove the difficulties facing businesses. Vietnam welcomes over 3.8 million foreign arrivals in the January-July period, a year-on-year increase of 10.8%.
President Trương Tấn Sang concluded his official visit to Russia on July 30th. Before leaving late on the day, the president received chairman of the Communist Party of Russia, Gennady Zyuganov, and attended a business forum.
In his meeting with Zyuganov, President Sang affirmed that Vietnam always attaches importance to the friendship and multifaceted cooperation with communist and worker parties worldwide, with priority to its traditional friendship with the Communist Party of Russia. The president used the occasion to congratulate the Communist Party of Russia for its development, which reflects the Russian people's increasing confidence. He noted that the regular meetings and exchange of information between leaders of the Communist parties of Vietnam and Russia have made important contributions to party-building work in each country, the coordination in stance and consolidation of the two parties' relations. For his part, Zyuganov said that his party is conducting renovation in various fields to attract Russian voters' attention and support. He voiced his support for Russian leaders' existing policy to unceasingly develop the nation's strategic partnership with Vietnam. Zyuganov said he hopes the two parties' relations will develop for the mutual interests of both peoples, thus contributing to the further development of the traditional friendship and comprehensive cooperation between Vietnam and Russia. The same day, President Sang attended the Vietnam-Russia Business Forum. He told the forum that trade and investment ties between Vietnam and Russia are not commensurate with potential. Therefore, the two countries need to work out breakthrough measures, including the early signing of the free trade agreement between Vietnam and the Customs Alliance of Russia, Kazakhstan, and Belarus. The president emphasized that Vietnam's economy has attained a relatively high and stable growth rate for many consecutive years, which help create a favorable environment for investment. He added that Vietnam will facilitate investment and business activities by Russian firms in all economic fields, particularly in traditional fields such as trade, oil and gas, energy, mining, science, technology, education, training, tourism, and labor.
The government convened its monthly meeting in Hanoi on July 30th and 31st, focusing on measures to remove the difficulties facing businesses, especially those regarding capital sources. The cabinet agreed that the country's socio-economic development over the past 7 months has been on the right track and is showing some positive signs. Measures to curb inflation and stabilize the economy have continued to prove effective. The consumer price index has kept decreasing since early this year, especially over the past 2 months. Credit institutions have also made a lot of efforts to lower the interest rate on loans to a maximum of 15% per year from July the 15th. The country's total export turnover also exceeded $62.9 billion, up by 19% over the same period last year, they said. However, the government admitted that many businesses still face a wide range of difficulties, especially when trying to access credit sources. In addition, low domestic purchasing power, large stockpiles of goods, and more businesses announcing bankruptcy are also major challenges for the country's economy. On addressing the meeting, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng said that economic growth during the past 7 months is lower when compared to previous years. Therefore, it will be difficult to fulfill this year's target of a 5.2–5.7% growth in GDP. All ministries, branches, and local authorities must focus efforts on dealing with difficulties that businesses face to boost production. Priority in access to credit should be given to businesses operating in key sectors, manufacturing products for export, and supporting industries. The government also discussed several projects at the meeting, including plans on comprehensive education reform and the development of science and technologies to help with industrialization, modernization, and international integration. Vice President and General Secretary of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, Vũ Trọng Kim, welcomed a delegation from the Solidarity Fund for the Development of the Cambodian Motherland in Hanoi on July 30th.
Kim said the Vietnam Fatherland Front and the Solidarity Front for the Development of the Cambodian Motherland have forged regular and close cooperation through their conferences in 2009 and 2010 on building a borderline of peace and friendship, as well as through the meeting between the fronts of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia last year. He added that the cooperative ties between the two fronts have also helped strengthen solidarity and friendship between the two countries. The Vice President and General Secretary of the Cambodian Front, Minh Khin, who is also Minister of Cause and Relation, stressed that regular cooperation activities in all fields between the two countries have highlighted the solidarity and traditional friendship between the Vietnamese and Cambodian people. The two sides discussed measures to foster their cooperation in the future. They also agreed upon the time, location, and the contents of an international conference on building a borderline of peace and friendship in 2012.
The Vietnamese embassy in Italy held a ceremony on July 30th to raise the ASEAN flag to mark the grouping's 45th founding anniversary and 17 years since Vietnam joined the organization. Speaking at the ceremony, Vietnamese ambassador to Italy Nguyễn Hoàng Long reviewed the process of forming and development of the Association of the Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN. He affirmed that the flag-hoisting event on the occasion of ASEAN founding anniversary symbolizes the commitment of ASEAN member countries to achieving the goal of establishing the ASEAN community by 2015. He added the ceremony also reflects the growing cooperation between ASEAN and Italy. At the 44th ASEAN Ministerial Meeting in Indonesia, ASEAN countries agreed to fly the group's flag beside their own flags at all overseas missions around the ASEAN community. All 4 students of the Vietnamese team have won medals at the 44th International Chemistry Olympiad held in the U.S. from July 21st to 30th.
Phạm Đăng Huy from Haiphong won a gold medal, while Nguyễn Văn Phương and Nguyễn Việt Hoàng from Hanoi were awarded silver. Trần Thị Mai Hương from Nam Định, the only female member of the Vietnamese team, bagged a bronze medal. In recent years, the Vietnamese team failed to reach good results like those recorded during the 2006-2009 period. This year's achievement can be attributed to the country's efforts to change its training methods. The International Chemistry Olympiad this year saw the attendance of 283 students from 72 countries worldwide.
Vietnam welcomed 466,000 foreign tourists in July, bringing the number for the January-July period to over 3.8 million, representing a year-on-year increase of 10.8%.
Among the foreign tourists, more than 3.2 million arrived by air, up 10.5% against the same period last year. At the same time, a sharp increase of nearly 55% were also seen in the number of those coming by sea routes. As a result, the tourism sector has fulfilled 59% of its target of attracting 6.5 million international visitors this year. Vietnam's major tourism markets included China, Japan, the Republic of Korea, the United States, Australia, France, and a number of Southeast Asian countries.
The Trans-Asia Bridge Festival came to an end in the central province of Guangxi on July 30th with a spectacular finale of the arts.
The evening of entertainment highlighted Guangxi's beauty and the individual cultural identities of each locality appearing at the festival. The festival, the third of its kind, gathered representatives and performers from Laos, Thailand, Myanmar, China, and Vietnam. With a vast array of activities, including a trade fair and a seminar, the event helped to promote understanding about the participating countries, their people and culture, as well as the potential for economic development and tourism. The fourth festival is scheduled to be held in 2015.
Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye for now and see you next time.